Welcome back to Vets Play D&D, where sometimes we will make your ears bleed. But other than that, want to give a pre-shout out to our sponsors that typically are helping us, D&D Beyond, Roll20, and Sirenscape, as well as obviously the University of Washington and the Office of Student Veteran Life. The opinions and statements made by myself and my three compatriots here are the opinions of ourselves. They do not represent the Office of Student Veteran Life, the University of Washington, or any other entity. With that, our adventurers had joined us into the lovely castle of Udek after completely obliterating the entirety of the dungeon, to include sticking a rapier in someone's ear, scrambling their brain into eggs, and then essentially using some costume makeup to pretend that they were them, and successfully confusing the hell out of a lot of people. They discovered that Big Ed, or not Big Ed, sorry, Ed, Ed the Lesser, had been mortally wounded, and Captain Jerome decided to stay back with him to try and heal him. The group then left, heading up towards the barracks, and encountered some not so difficult to kill things. Eventually, one of the adventurers went past a booby trap and unleashed some lovely spies that finally did some damage to the group after they had essentially been impervious to damage for the last 2 or 3 sessions. As they went through, they finally came up into here, and as they entered, they noticed that they were in what looks to be a very fancy foyer of what they can assume to be probably the main level of Castle Udek. So, with that, our adventurers are here, they're ready, and it's time to go. What do you all do?
Endra wants to check these doors that you said last week seemed like impenetrable, but she couldn't check them anyway.
Why don't you ping which door you want to check first?
This one.
All right. As you go up to the door, you notice it is extraordinarily sturdy, and it looks to have a pretty large locking mechanism on it. You can always attempt to pick it, but it looks like it's very sophisticated.
Are you insulting Endra's intelligence?
No, I'm just saying this is an extraordinarily complicated lock.
You'd be right on if you were. Okay.
So, no attempting to pick it?
Oh, I thought Hunter was going to say something.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I know you. Never mind.
I'm confused, but all right.
She's gonna give that lock a hearty smack and consider her options a little later.
You notice that the lock doesn't move as you smack it. It seems to be, again, quite sturdy within that very, very large door. Well crafted. You notice that it feels very nice on your hands. All right. What else is our folks doing here?
I'm gonna investigate this thing in front of me, and I'm not sure if it's a door or not.
That is a door. You notice that it is locked.
Okay, I'm gonna call Endra over and see if she wants to take a swing at opening this door up.
Okay.
Of course I do.
Well,
Don't we hear like a giant fight through this?
you heard something, but right now you're focused on this door. So are you
I'm a
gonna...
little confused. Are both of these doors?
Yes, both are doors. This is a smaller door. This is a larger door.
Okay. Endra wants to look more closely at the smaller door.
It seems to be more of a simple lock. Probably something that you could pick if given the try.
I attempt to pick it.
Okay, roll sleight of hand. You pick away, and as you continue working on it, a few missteps and falls, you are able to unlock the door.
It's good and sneaky before trying to open it.
Okay, roll stealth. Chrono, seeing that Endra is attempting to blend in to the area, is in kind going to try and stealth up. Alright, so you both are stealthy.
Okay. Anyone else wanna?
Oh, do I still hear a ruckus?
It seems to have dampened down a little bit. You're actually hearing more sound coming from kind of the exterior portion of what you imagine may be the front of the castle, kind of in these areas, if you can see that ping.
Is there any windows in this foyer?
Nope. All stone.
Oh, well, I'm just going to see if I can open this door to start with.
You notice it's locked.
I'm going to try the old break the lock with a dart trick, which Aang is convinced is just picking it, but it's definitely not.
All right. Roll me a to hit. You're able to hit the lock sufficiently, but you just hear a dull quing as it kind of bounces off of the large.
Well, I have it in my hand, like I'm jubbing it with
Oh,
my hand.
you're not very good at this, so it does not succeed.
Okay. I'm just going to attempt to just lock as much as I can.
You're just gonna keep on shanking it with the dart.
Yeah, like it's kind of like just like a little kid with a screwdriver, and he's really trying to get inside like some sort of lock space. He doesn't know how to do it, but he's gonna break it until it's open.
All right, well, Chrono's just gonna come up and stick his little lockpick kit in there, and he easily flips the lock, and both doors are now unlocked.
And we're looking at him like, I had it.
Sure you
Having
did.
seen that, Endra's gonna approach this other big baddie lock on the big baddie door and give that one a shot.
Roll sleight of hand. Unfortunately, as you're sitting there kind of fiddling with the lock, you actually break one of your lock picks. It seems like an extraordinarily complex lock.
I'm gonna.
Just because it's the same door
gonna
doesn't mean
put
it's
my-
the same lock, by the way.
Yes. Endra's mad.
I'm gonna put my ear by this door that Endra just unlocked, and then just see if I can hear or perceive anything.
Roll perception for me.
Okay. And then was Jerome? Did he give us enough detailed instructions to know which door would take us to the Duke? Or did he leave that out?
He did not have that information. He said to go up.
Oh.
As you put your ear to the door, you again, just like Aang was able to hear some things coming from these areas. Sounds like a clamor, not necessarily aggressive in the nature as you would understand, but lots of voices, lots of movement.
Okay. I think we're just gonna have to choose a door and.
Aang's just gonna like peer through this door, like very, very carefully peer through that door.
The big one.
Big one that he's standing in front of. He's gonna very carefully peer.
Okay.
I'm peering.
You can describe to the group if you'd like.
It's a big room with a big table, and it's empty. So probably should try the other one.
Well,
I wanna
maybe we should go into the empty room since it's empty and we know there are no adversaries in there.
Okay. Aang's gonna open the door and just walk in. Then.
All right, so Aang just flings the door open, and you see what you see.
Interesting.
So as you walk in the room, you notice it is a very opulent dining room. The table is extraordinarily long, very exquisite carpentry. The chairs look amazing. The plates all set perfectly. All the little spoons and knives and bowls and cups. This
Is it
looks.
valuable?
What's that?
Are the place settings valuable?
Maybe. You're not necessarily an antiquer, so you're not sure.
Okay. Endra's gonna start stuffing as much silverware as she can possibly fit in her bag.
Aang sees her stealing stuff, and it's gonna be like, "I got you," and he's just gonna run across the table so it looks like it was vandalized.
Yes.
I'm also gonna steal some silverware.
Chrono is not interested.
As the level of stealing increases, the vandalism also increases.
I just give
Okay,
Aang a thumbs up as I shovel more silverware into my saddlebags.
so you successfully ransack and destroy a majority of this room, and that leads you to the next area, which is, I mean, there's only one way in and another way out of this room, so you're at the next door, which is here.
Is this
Okay.
one locked?
I don't know. Do you want to check it?
Endra will
I
check.
definitely do.
What does Endra do?
Oh, I was gonna say Endra will check it, but Aang seems like he wants to check it.
You both notice it is locked.
I'm like, everybody, stand back. Don't worry. And he's just gonna take a dart and just shove it as hard as he can there.
Roll your dart. Somehow, again, with your skillful dartiness, you hear a audible, and the lock seems to have opened.
Who wants to peek
I
this
was-
time?
Ooh, I want to peek. Aurora's gonna try to shimmy into this space.
So where Aang is, you can probably.
That's all I get?
Yeah.
Well, you're
As
only
you go
you're
where
only
I was,
peeking
you could-
through the door. You want to put your full head in?
Oh, okay.
If you can't-
It looks clear. I see something that might be hay. Oh.
You could also move
Okay,
one
I
space
think
to the
there's
right
somebody.
and probably see some more.
Endra is also gonna peek, but since she's stealthy, she's willing to stick her whole head in there. Horns and all.
Yeah, we might have company.
Endra, you see what you see.
Ooh. Okay, I whisper to the rest of the squad. There's some kind of freak with a gold mask in there.
How many people do you see?
I can only see one. That doesn't mean there's only one.
Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna run in and hit things. You guys come behind me. Go.
Well, I think we should be
and-
stealth, right?
And Andrew's gonna suggest that we wait because she and Chrono are
Stealthy.
difficult to detect right now, and if we take advantage of that, we might be able to eliminate our opponents.
Aang's just kind of like jumping in place. Like, yeah, that sounds great, but also, I can just go hit things.
Okay, I bet you will get to hit. plenty
How
of
about we
things.
do? How about we do both? Like, I run in and just make a lot of noise, hit a lot of things. Then you guys go in and quietly hit things.
Oh, okay.
And I think we're gonna have time to just kind of wreak havoc. Right now, we have the an optimal opportunity to kind of sneak in, do a little assassination, without calling in everybody. So I think that is what we should do right
So
now.
I'm real embarrassed right now because I
We
ran
don't need
away
your
last time. So I really need to redeem that with just
And you will have your chance.
okay.
It's just not right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, but harness all that energy, because yeah, we'll probably need it.
Are we in
Energy is being
Yeah.
harnessed currently.
Okay.
Okay. Seems like we come to an agreement. Ezra's gonna
Aang is softly punching the wall, like softly, not audibly, just like.
Andrew's gonna beckon Chrono over and suggest that we tiptoe in there.
Okay.
Um,
Chrono follows.
then she will tiptoe in. Uh-oh.
So
Oh.
what I'm going to do here is I will give Chrono and Endra one round, and they can do an attack prior to initiative being rolled because your other two players were not stealthed.
I didn't go in.
Where'd you go in?
They can see you.
What?
We opened the door.
But I'm like
Snuck
in
to the
corner.
door.
Wait, they see are
They
so
see
wait.
Aang. Point
I-
being is
you don't.
so listen. Look at it this way: Aang is not hidden. Aurora's a goddamn horse.
In the corner.
You're a horse.
Like,
Okay.
if you're sneaking through a door, you don't like
So,
swing the door wide open, walk
Here-
through it, and
again,
crouch down.
Here's the thing: Endra and Chrono, as they are stealthed and have snuck in, are going to be able to do a full round of attacks on whomever prior to initiative being enacted. So, once they've stabbed people, it is very unlikely that the other people in the room would not take notice of that, considering it's not that big of a room and it's very well lit.
Okay.
So
Okay, don't let us down.
This is
Okay.
one of the most horrifying images I've ever seen in my life.
who would you like to go for as a hit, Endra?
It's hard to say. Oh god.
Could we see these people as well, since they can see us?
Once
They
Endra
can-
has decided her hit, yes.
Oh, okay.
Endra's going to tippity toe a little closer to the center so she has a clearer line here. How far away is this?
Each square is 5 feet.
I don't know what my range is.
I also
20
do not know what
feet.
your range.
That's ridiculous. Okay. I have 80 feet though, if I use my bow. Okay.
You're talking about your daggers?
No. Well, yeah, I have 20 feet for my daggers. I have 80
So
feet for
anything
my bow.
before 20 feet throwing is disadvantaged. Anything between 20
Oh.
and 60 feet is normal. And anything after 60 feet is disadvantaged.
How far can I throw them?
60 feet until you have a disadvantage in your throw.
Okay. And I can, with my bow. Okay, that would be dumb to use my bow then.
Yeah, your bow would not be particularly great here. If you had a crossbow, maybe, but a short bow, not the best in this instance,
Okay.
unless you could position yourself to be 80 feet away or so.
Okay. This is a difficult decision, but Endra is going to use her 2-weapon fighting to. No. Oh god, I don't want to do that. Yeah, okay. I will use my 2-weapon fighting to. Oh, whoops. To launch 2 daggers at this.
Okay,
This.
so roll to hit with advantage on both. Okay. So, looking at our gentleman, your second one hits. So roll damage, and you will get sneak attack damage on it. All right, so that's a total of 22. And what Chrono is going to do is he's going to also throw his daggers, his being less metally. And his first one hits, dealing 20 damage. He's hitting the same person. And then bonus action. Oh god. So, Jesus. Alright, so a total of 27, so that's 49 damage. Okay. So that guy just goes down. He drops.
Right.
And as such, this guy over here turns. Joe? And he sees daggers sticking out of Joe. And Joe just falls to the floor. And suddenly, Timothy and his twin brother, Eric, both gaze their eyes towards Chrono, Endra, and Aang. And you also see these gentlemen turn around from whom they were facing. And in the middle of the room, seemingly muttering something, is this individual.
Oh.
Peter, I don't like her.
With
Is that
that,
a worm on her back? Huh.
it's a thing. With that, roll initiative.
She makes me so uneasy.
Not more than one person.
Just a smidge.
Huh.
Okay, so we got Aang with 13, Endra with 8,
Oh.
Chrono with, oh god, with 15, and Aurora with 1. Alright, so let me do my initiative rolls here since you already murdered one of the guards.
Aurora's either rolling 1s or 20s.
Yeah, there's no in
Yeah,
between.
hopefully just got the one out of my system, and that's the only one.
Okay, so that's for that guy. Does this guy get any initiative bonuses? No. me roll for our other ones. Seeing if they get initiative. Nope. 8, 2, 6. And then for our big baddie, did she get any initiative bonus? Wow, none of these guys have initiative bonus. That's fucked up. Okay. So with that, our lovely order of things will be Chrono, Aang, somebody, and wow, these are all really low. Endra, that person. Then I need to re-roll those two. Okay. P2, P, and G1. All right. So with that, our battle shall ensue. So as all that is happening, and that guard drops, Chrono immediately follows up, moving forward towards the corpse, and he launches 2 daggers at the individual who he believes his name to perhaps be Tim. And so he just throws 2 at him. So 15. What?
At whomst?
The guard that's not dead. The one who
Okay.
turned and went, Tim? Eric? Bob Dylan? So he tries to throw both, and with that guy's already dead. Only a second one hits, dealing a grand total of 5 damage. As such, Aang, it is your turn.
Aang's just gonna come screaming in the room like a wild man. Wild orc.
Okay.
And he's going straight for mask guy here and raging.
All right.
Um,
Show me the rage, Dad.
the rage is happening. He's enraged. He's going to hit him with a stick. That's attached to another stick.
2 sticks.
The rage worked.
It sure did. You are going to ruin this man.
I don't know if that's taking into account the whole orc thing, because I get savage attacks, so if I roll 20, something bad happens to other people.
Okay. Do you want to...
I gotta find it. There's a lot of things. Racial traits. When I score a critical, roll one of the dice an additional time and add it to the extra damage. It may have already done that. No, it hasn't.
Okay. So what are we
So
doing?
I roll another I think I roll another D4.
Okay. Well, why don't you throw that D4 on in there? All right. So you do a total of... I'll just add it in there. 28 damage. And so you were
I
doing
hit
that...
him real good.
You were doing that to this gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do 28 damages. As you bring in that that stick attached to another stick with a thing in between that stick, the individual's arm just gets pattered, and then the other one goes down, and you see his shoulders noticeably slump. His weapons almost fall out of his hands, but he's able to grasp them and stand back up, and he looks you directly in what you think may be his eyes to your eyes, but he has a mask on, so you can't tell.
I don't blink just in case he's not blinking, so like it's a contest.
All right. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No, that's it. I raged and I hit a guy.
Okay. So, this gentleman here is going to move up beside you, and he is going to take a swing at you with his greatsword. So, let's see. Okay. Does an 8 hit?
No.
He's going to try again. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna roll for some dibbity damages, and he does a total of 6 damage to you. As he
Is that total damage or is that halved?
Is it half because you're going cray?
Yeah, because I'm going crazy. That's half damage.
All right, you'll take 3 damage in that case. real big moves by him. He looks frustrated that he missed that first swing, but he continues to keep his eyes on you. Endra, it's your turn.
Okay. Endra is going to do a somersault right to here. She's
Okay.
too scared to be a sexy somersault. It's about as a somersault as anyone's ever seen. She's terrified. And then she's going to use her.
As you somersault, she looks directly at you.
No! I hate it. Okay. Then I am going to use my 2-weapon fighting to launch 2 daggers at this fellow.
At which fellow? Sorry, I didn't see the click.
This one.
Okay. It hits.
I just figured out how to roll to hit and damage at the same time after playing for this long.
Well, you know, sometimes
Got
it
it.
takes a little bit. That also hits. So you deal a total of 16 damage to that gentleman. As your daggers go flying through the air. Again, it seems that these guys have very metal-attracted or, I don't know, hurt-attracted shoulders. Both daggers just piercing in there. And his arms, again, noticeably slump. And he actually drops his weapon for a moment before scurrying to grab it up. Both of the daggers falling out afterwards and kind of a puff of blood kind of coming out. He locks eyes, again, with what you assume would be his eyeballs since he has a mask on, directly at you.
Endra's like almost ready to cry, but hopes that his mask obfuscates that.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Endra?
Endra, no, she's done.
Okay. The second knight here is going to walk up to Aang, and he's going to take his best shot. Where did my dice go? What the fuck? Okay. So he's going to try and hit him. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
All right. And then he's going to try with his other one. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So...
Yes.
Yes. With that, he will do his 2 slashes. Are you still taking half damage?
Oh yeah.
Okay, 3.5. 6.5. So a total of 10 damage. So he, as he slashed, is kind of just doing a cross cut at you. He's obviously a much more seasoned knight than his fellow compatriot.
Aang is just howling in like excitement.
Can you show us?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Never mind. He does something else, but he definitely does not do that.
Okay. So as Aang is doing something that may be like howling, but not quite, this guy rolls up behind you, and with does he still gain advantage, or you have some crazy shit that's...
Oh yeah, he still gets advantage.
Okay. He's gonna try and smoke you with a good old essentially smash that he has. So let's see if he lands it. So he gets +8. So a 21 is what he rolls.
So that hits if it's an attack, yeah.
It is in fact an attack. All right, so he's gonna roll damage here for a total of 16, and you're taking half still. So
Yeet. Yeet.
Are people able to knock you unconscious?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, like if my health drops to 0?
No,
or
just generally. Some people have feats that stop them from being knocked unconscious.
Let me see if Rach says anything about that, but I don't think it does.
Well, whilst you do that, do a con save for me as well. You are not knocked unconscious, but you notice that you have a very large headache from getting smacked in the head with a blunt object. Okay.
Okay.
With that, our other friend who locked eyes with Endra moves right up there, essentially pulling a chain out from behind him. And as he goes up to try and hit her, he tries to sweep the chain under her feet. And he rolls with disadvantage, right?
Her hooves.
Her hooves.
And yes.
Well, that's definitely not going to hit in that case. So as he kind of just swings that chain under, you essentially take it as a game of jump rope, and you do a little climp clop, looking very confident in comparison to your generalized fear. He looks frustrated, or at least what again you think someone would look frustrated, and with a mask, it moves a little bit. Okay, with that, this individual then takes a look at the battlegrounds. And without saying a word, she just moves a little bit forward here. If I could get it to actually do what I want it to do. Thank you. And what she is going to use... she enacts a spell called Spirit Guardians, and as she casts this spell, that lovely aura that you see around her actually becomes significantly brighter. Aurora, roll me Arcana.
I think right now Aurora has no idea what's going on in the room.
Yeah, you might be able to pick up.
Aurora's not even in the room.
Yeah, I can't see anything. Oh.
Okay. So regardless of all that, when this was cast, you can see that again, all this stuff kind of came in, and you noticed that it looked like it was like the light was dense. It was a little bit harder to see her and see through to her. And again, she doesn't move any further. She got right to this point and is covering a large swath of the area, the light emanating brightly. And that ends her turn. What did you... Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I need to put you down there. All right, and then this guard is going to move up to try and give a shanky shank to Chrono. So let's see what we got for his stuff. So he's going to use this lovely knife, the king's knife, to try and stab him. Rolling a 19, which hits. And then the damage here is going to be this much, so a total of 9 damage, but Chrono has awesome stuff. So he uses his uncanny dodge, and he halves the attack damage, taking only 4 damage instead. The guy looks a little bummed out because it looks like he only scraped him, but he accepts that his fate is probably to die. With that, Aurora, it's your turn.
Woo! Okay, Aurora's gonna rush into the room. Oh, okay, and assess everything. Okay, hold on. Okay. Interesting. All right. Can I see the creepy?
Yeah, you can see
lady?
her.
She's
It's
just
it looks
emanating,
like there's a
right?
dense light that separates her from other folks.
Okay, well, I'm gonna lock eyes on the spot kind of in front of her.
Okay.
Or they. And cast... I'm gonna go level 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do Shatter. I'm putting it in there. So it's a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
So that'll encompass her and then those 2 guards. And yeah, I'm gonna do that level 3. And I'll cast
Where are
that
you
right
casting
now.
Shatter at?
Oh, I think here.
Oh, okay, so
Should-
you're going like right into the middle of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Should get them both. Alrighty.
All right, so with that, they all need to roll DCs of 15 or higher. So we got those 2. Is that con? Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's 4.
I just kind of like lift up, like I look at that spot in front of her, lift up my hands, and then like electricity just starts
Yeah.
stemming from my fingers, and then you hear like a crack of lightning is how I imagine it goes down.
Okay, both of the knights fail theirs, but she is able to succeed in hers. So with that, she takes half of the damage that would be dealt out. So that's 8. And those 2 knights take the full brunt force of your 3rd level shattering. Almost
It's actually
being...
not.
Go ahead.
Oh, I feel like is 16 good? I feel like that's not super powerful.
3d8.
You could definitely do better.
That's not bad.
Okay.
I've
And I guess
seen
it's good
better.
because I can hit multiple people
Yes.
by the advantage of the spell.
A 4d8. Never mind, that wasn't great.
Yeah, you had some
No.
shit rolls on that one. But it lands, and the shatter just kind of punctures through some of those guards. You see the power of that lightning kind of just casts through them. And seemingly with the priestess, she kind of just waves her hand, and you see a little scorch on her, but she seems very ill affected. Anything
I'm
else?
gonna
in your
target
turn?
that worm on her back.
The worm.
No, I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm good.
All right. With that, it is Chrono's turn. He is gonna pull out his rapier, and he mutters a word under his tongue, and you see it come aflame again, and he immediately attempts to pierce the guard next to him. If it would decide to roll. It hits, and boy oh boy, it sucks to be him. He takes a total of 15 damage. So as he hits, he gets essentially engulfed in flame there a little bit, and he's not looking too hot, although he is quite on fire. With that, that's Chrono's turn. Aang, what do you do?
I'm gonna keep whacking on this guy.
Okay.
So he's gonna reel back and smack him upside the head with his nunchucks.
All right. It hits. All right. So that's your first hit. What else are you doing?
How's he looking? Is he like questioning his life?
He doesn't look like he's quite there to the point of questioning, but he does not look as good as he did at the initial parts of the fight. You can tell that he is tired and very bruised.
Oh, I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows. I'm gonna attack him
Okay.
once.
It hits. All right, you do another 5 damage. You see a little bit of blood splitter out of his mask.
I'm gonna attack him twice.
Also hits. And again, you see some more blood kind of coming and oozing down from his mask. Evidently, he is having some internal problems at this point. He looks quite frail.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna use my drunken technique to take the disengage action.
Okay, you are disengaged.
And I'm gonna go all the way back to right there.
All right, with that, sir, can you roll for me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe not going in the giant glowy area. Well, at
What
least-
glowy area?
Do you not see the giant aura?
No.
I can see that. I thought you were just describing the vibes.
That's weird. It should definitely be able to be seen.
If there was a giant glowy area, I would still probably go in it, but I would be aware that I'm going in it.
Huh. That's weird. It should totally be visible. That's odd that it isn't. Let me see if I can...
How wide is it?
Are you sure you can't see it? Because
Yes.
Positive.
that's weird. When I look at any of your guys' characters' views, it is visible. Let's see.
Can you draw a circle and just kind of like, we'll move it?
So you guys still can't see shite?
No.
So, I mean, it's a 15-foot always circle, so I'll give you a pass on this one, but now you know. So anywhere within 15 feet of her is a large circle. I don't know why it's not showing up for y'all, but it do be there.
Well, I'm gonna go to right here in that case, if that was happening.
Okay, I'll let that go. Sounds good. All right, with that, it is this individual's turn. He is gonna run up to where Chrono is, and he's gonna take a good old whack-a-doodle at him, trying to hit him there with his greatsword. So, let's see, +7. So first one is a 20, and the second one is a 14. The first one hits, and he goes to smack Chrono, and only does 3 damage because the amazingness that is uncanny dodge. Damage, and that will be his turn. Endra, it's your turn. What do you do?
Endra's going to use her 2-weapon fighting
Okay.
to stab.
Shank, shank.
Oh gosh, my mouse was having a fit.
All right. So you're gonna Chucky him. Okay.
No chucking, stabbing.
Chucky, like the evil doll that stabs people.
Oh, I know what it is. I've never seen a Chucky film.
Oh well, you're missing out. Both hit, and you do a grand smack and total of 12 to that individual. Again, you kind of just shove those daggers right into him. He doesn't look particularly happy, but they stay in this time instead of falling out. He looks worse for wear, but still sturdy.
Okay, I'm going to end my turn by standing right there and
Good decision.
trying to look as menacing as possible.
All right. This.
Oh, is it my turn?
No, I think I could hear the music on Lift's end, and I was getting confused for a second. Don't mind me. The knight's going to walk up to you there, and he is going to attempt to give you the good old smackaronis. So he's going to try to hit you here twice. The first one misses abysmally, as does the second one. This guy is not hot fire. Again, you can tell the other guy, much more seasoned. This might be a brand new knight. He looks very disgruntled by the fact that he wasn't able to land a single blow on you. And with that, this individual kind of comes in to attempt to sandwich you, drawing a chain himself, and he's going to try and give you a good old smackadoo as well. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right, so roll me a con save as well. All right, as he goes in to give you a smack, it hits your head and you are rendered unconscious. And as soon as it's your turn, you'll be able to repeat the saving throw and see if you're able to come out of that unconsciousness. Otherwise, you're out for a minute.
Well, that's not fun.
Not at all. With that, the second brute here is going to kind of move up into this area, and he's going to try and smack Chrono as well. Oh, God, and it hits. So he's going to try and do the same thing that just happened to Aang there with a total of 7 damage no matter what. So we'll minus that. And then we will do a con save here. Chrono's able to stay on his feet, but he looks a little winded from being smacked like that. And then, as such, the priestess, she just moves up to this area. Let's see if I can get it to do what it's supposed to do. And as such, Chrono's here, and Aang, you're unconscious, so you don't have to as of yet, is going to have to do a wisdom save. Where did that go? He saves his wisdom, and as such, he only takes half damage of this. So let's see what we get. Yep, that'll be the first one. So he'll take 7 damage in total. Alright. With that, the priestess kind of just looks around, and as she sees some of the folks who are around, she decides to look at Aurora and direct a bolt directly at her. So as such, she's going to roll to hit with her guiding bolt here. Let's see if I can roll.
That's so funny because I was already planning on hitting her with a guiding bolt.
So just give me a
Uh-huh.
whatchamacallit, DC. So con save for you.
Okay.
Alright, you did not pass the con save, so you take the total of that 12 damage. She just kind of, with a little flick of her fingers, sort of Frieza style from DBZ, if you can imagine, it just shoots a beam right at you, coasting above Endra's head, but hitting you directly in the chest. And as
Ooh,
such, we move
okay.
into our next individual, who is going to try and take a smack at Chrono as well. So let's see. He's gonna again try and use that knife to do a little knifey knife, and he misses. So he looks dejected. He feels as almost crappy as the other knight. Aurora, it's your turn.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to send a bolt right back at her. Same style. With the finger. I'm
They
going
know
4th
you.
level.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah. Well, you said this is like the second to last session, so
Wow.
like I kind of whipped out
Good metagaming.
level 4. Oh. Oh. Oh no.
I would
Wait.
say if
okay.
you have
Do you have
inspiration, you should probably use it.
Yeah. No, but I forgot about my luck thing, which technically you're supposed to do before. But if you're being
I'll let it slide.
yeah. Okay. I will like remember to do it before next time.
So you're gonna use your
Yeah.
luck thing?
Anyways. Yes.
Okay.
Which, yeah, basically just allows me to re-roll it again.
Alrighty.
Um.
So just re-roll your d20 plus 7.
Okay. /R D20. Okay, and then you have to add plus 7 to that. So 15?
8, 15. Let's
Right.
see.
Okay.
It hits.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, then, is there does she need to cast a save or anything, or does she just take full damage?
Let me check. I think she just takes full damage.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, I put it in there. Yeah, she just takes full damage, I believe.
All right. So as your
That's a lot
bolt
of
comes
damage.
flying back, she gives a little bit of a shock thing as your bolt just kind of sears off the top of that weird creature.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
She doesn't seem particularly affected by that, but she is a little noticeably flustered that someone threw a bolt, literally twice the strength, right back at her. So she looks just angry.
Hold up. So did that like kill her shoulder worm?
It singed off whatever that thing was.
Really? Okay.
Good.
I'm a little less
Smart
disgusted,
about
but
her.
still kind of.
Unfortunately, her image will still have it. But with that, it's Chrono's turn, and he is going to take his rapier and he's going to stab at that first guard there, trying to get out of this not so great situation. It hits, and it deals a total of 16 damage. And the guard just expires as kind of his armor smoldering. And as he's doing that, Chrono then turns and goes to swing at the individual who has been trying to get Endra, but decided that he wanted to get Chrono instead. And ooh boy, it hits, and boy is it pretty. So that's a total of 18 damage. So as he gets hit, ooh wait, actually, you know what? Sneak attack might get applied to that. Let me look. Where did sneak attack go?
That's 11.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the little added thing here. Sneak attack. Let me see. Beginning of the first level, yada yada yada. You don't need advantage on attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy is in a capacity. You don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Alright, so sneak attack, I believe, does hit in that one. So 9, 18, and then I'm going to say it's 8.
So the first, just your regular crit is 6 plus 5, so that's 11 right there on the left hand.
So we just
And
doubled.
then-
So it's just 10 on that, and then the sneak attack is 9. Or no, that's the fire, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at. Well, your crit is 11, and then all your additional stuff is where I'm getting confused.
Okay, so the 13 there is the sneak attack. The 10 is the fire damage. And then the 8 is like if it was a crit sneak attack. So it'll be 13 and 10. So 23 plus
And
10.
11. Right?
Okay, either way, the guy dies. That's what that one
Okay.
ends with. So Chrono, the sword just flaming extraordinarily bright, just singes up this guy. Grunno looks very, very happy with that, but unfortunately, he's not sure if he's going to try and move. As he sits there, contemplates his life, he bolts. And that gives our knight a attack of opportunity. So let's see. He's going to try and hit him with his greatsword as he runs away like the little rogue that he is. Ooh. And he gets a critical fail. So as he swings the greatsword, it actually swings down and hits him in the knee, right on the guard, doing a solid 4 damage. He might need a kneecap replacement following that. So 4. All right, with that, it is Aang's turn.
Well, time to see if I get unconscious or not.
Indeed, give me a con save. You awake very startled, but shocked that it was only 6 seconds that you seemed to be knocked out.
So I actually went unconscious?
Yeah.
Okay, so technically my rage ends, I guess. Because I went unconscious. So I'm not going to re-rage. I'm just going to turn around and smack him in the face.
Which one are you smacking in the face?
The one that tried this guy
The
with
one
the
that
wings
knocked you
and the
unconscious?
mask.
All right.
Yeah.
You hit.
Do 8 damage.
All right. He looks like he is breathing extremely raggedly. He's kind of bent over, looking like he's not doing so hot.
I'm going to attack him with a punch.
All right. Your punch hits. All right. It works. It's fatal. Tell me how it happened.
I punch him in the mask so hard that it kind of like throws his jaw down and it splits his throat.
All right. There you go. He is DED, dead. What else would
That's
you
my
like to do
turn?
with your... Okay. As such, then, it is one of our knight's opportunities. He's going to move over to where Endra is and attempt to hit her with his sword, hoping that maybe he'll have a better chance, but not knowing that he has disadvantage with this. And boy, does he miss. So he's going to take a second hit. And yeah, he misses again. Again, this guy, it seems like there's just bad shoe polish or something. It's just not working out for him. And as he swings, Endra gets to look right up. It's her turn.
Endra's beginning to feel a little bit more confident about this situation, so she does a much sexier somersault than the first one, under his swinging sword to right. Oh man, tough choice. Hang on.
I believe in you.
Here. And she's going to use her 2-weapon fighting, you guessed it, to launch one dagger at that guy who just swung at her and another
Did you
at...
disengage? I didn't hear you say if you did.
I didn't.
All right, well, he's going to try and smack you. And he fails. God, this dice is going in jail. Holy shit. So he misses, so he's even more off balance. I'm going to give you advantage on your throws here.
Great.
Or at least your first one.
I'm launching the first one at the guy who just swung at me and the second one at the guy who's right next to Aang.
Okay. Hit them with your best shot. Do. Holy God. Your first one hits, and it deals a grand total of 8 damage to Mr. Nightboy. He looks a little sad.
Good.
And show me your second one. Not with advantage on that. Also hits, and it does actually get sneak attack because Aang's right there, so a total of 14.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right, with that, the first knight here, again, he kind of just decides, all right, well, I'll just gang up on this guy, and he's going to go and try and swing for Aang. The first one being... Is a 19 hit?
Yep.
And the second one doesn't, so he's going to swing at you and deal a total of 13 damage. He thinks he's cool, but he's really not. Actually, you know what? Wrong knight. This was the one that swung at you.
Okay.
And then he's dead. All right. The priestess kind of moves a little bit more forward. Aang, you don't have to do anything because the barrier technically didn't leave you. And you see her lay her hands on herself, and some of her wounds start to heal. And from what it looks like, the little worm that had been otherwise nearly destroyed seems to come back just a little bit.
Oh.
So from your cleric abilities, you can tell that she casted Cure Wounds.
Is she a cleric?
She's a something.
Huh.
Not just clerics have it. Sometimes priesties do as well. So that's going to be her turn. And with that, Aurora, it's yours.
Okay. I am just going to send another guiding bolt.
All right.
I'm not ready to confront her in person yet.
All right. Roll to
It's
hit.
just level 2. Oof. Yeah, that's not great.
It hits.
13? Really?
Shockingly.
Oh. Okay, I'm going for the worm again.
The worm is completely singed off a second time. She looks very annoyed with the fact that her, whatever the hell that thing is just not seeming to be able to keep up with what it needs to do.
Is she like Professor Quirrell, where like that worm thing is Voldemort, and like that's really the...
No, not quite. It just seems to be something that's there.
Okay. Decoration piece.
Yeah. With that, anything else on your turn?
No. No, that's
Okay.
all.
Chrono's going to kind of come over to here, sheath his sword, and he's going to throw 2 daggers at that guy who has been trying to swing at people, acting like he's a cool kid. So he'll throw his first one. 15. I don't think that hits. It does not. And he's going to follow up with the secondary throw here, which definitely doesn't hit. It actually backfires, and you see Chrono kind of clutch his head, seemingly like he has a headache. And he's unable to secure any damage there. Aang, it's your turn.
I'm gonna beat this guy silly.
All right, beat him silly. Show me what you do.
Start with this.
That hits. And you do
I hit
11
real hard.
damage. Yeah, you do. He looks like he's very sad.
Does he look silly at all?
A little bit silly, but that's mainly because he's been flailing his sword around like a silly person. Your second one, unfortunately, is not able to connect. You snorted too loud at his goofiness, and he was able to be reactive enough.
Well, that's my turn then.
All right. Then we go into your boy here. He's going to walk up, and he's going to try and deal some death blows here to Chrono. The first one hitting, the second one also hitting. Let's see how much damage happens here. So he'll take half on the first one for 7 and then 11, so a total of 18 damage. Chrono looks extraordinarily ragged, almost on his last leg. Endra, it's your turn.
Okay. So just passing through the glow, like, will subject us to the effect, right?
More than likely, so you wouldn't want to go anywhere in these areas.
Right. Like, I'm wondering, there's no way I can, like, dash through it.
No, as soon
Right.
as you enter the area, it will impact you.
Okay. How convenient that she's in a room only 30 feet wide.
It's almost like it was planned or something weird.
Okay. Then Endra is going to move into this corner and use her 2-weapon fighting to throw 1 dagger at this fellow, and for the first time, throw a dagger at Scary Bitch.
So who's the first one you're throwing it at?
The knight who just attacked Chrono.
Okay, so roll to hit with you'll get sneak attack on this one. So just yeet. It hits. Oh, holy what the fuck? All right, well both hit. The first one does a total of 27. That dude just falls. The dagger hits him right in the eye, and you just see him go. And he falls down. The second one that you threw at the worm lady also hits, only doing the piercing damage on this one. But still, you get her right in her worm stump. She looks displeased with you.
My turn in the corner.
Okay. All right. This lady moves forward, and she points her fingers towards the person who just daggered her. Well, I mean, you dagger somebody, you kind of got to expect something to happen, right? And she sends a guiding bolt your way. And ka-doom. So a total of 8 damage, and then let's see, is it a... Alright, I gotta look at her thing to see what her roll is. Okay, so roll a wisdom save for me as well. Your wisdom is saved. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, you will only take 4 damage. Because I literally rolled about as bad as you could on that. She looks displeased. Aurora, it is your turn, and as you are starting your turn in the lovely Aurora, or Aura, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, she moved up. Okay.
She sure did. So, with that, what I'm going to have you do, let me open up the thingy-mabobber.
I'm ready.
You are going to do a wisdom saving throw first.
Okay. Oh, I got this.
You did in fact have it. You're only going to take half the damage. So you will take a total of
Ooh.
5 damage.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's a lot better than it could be. I'm evidently rolling like shit. So that will be the only interaction of that. Your movement is also halved within that 15 circle area. So pretty much you only have half movement in where you are currently.
It's okay, I only need 10. So I'm gonna move right up to her.
Okay.
Unsheath my 9-live Stealer longsword. Double wield it. Going for her back.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yep, sorry.
Alright, so you get a... You rolled a 12. Do you have no proficiency on melee weapons?
What?
Yeah, you do. So
Roll a
let's-
19 is what it shows on mine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. So 19. You also get a +2 bonus to your attack and damage rolls with this. So I think, is that already in there? I think so.
Yeah, what does the 8 and 2 mean?
8 and 2
That's
is...
like less if I'm two wielding?
Well, no, you get a... you roll a d8 and then you +4 to it with just general damage. So you rolled a max 8. Got the 4 as well. And then...
Okay.
This one needs to make a DC... Oh, no, that's not a critical hit. Okay, so you just deal a total of... You said you did 2-hand?
Yes.
Alright, so you'll deal a total of 8 damage to her. She looks unhappy with the fact that someone has come into her circle. Anything else on that?
Oh, can I do like yeah, perception check? Like how is she looking?
Not nearly as
Pretty
healthy as
healthy
she
still?
was. If you had to quantify, you'd say she looks about half as good as she was. Insert Bilbo's thing is, I like you half as much as half of you think I should like you, or something. So, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right.
This is gonna come back to bite me.
With Chrono starting his turn in the lovely danger pool, he is gonna need to... Or is it only the first time? Oh, no, start the turn in there, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, God. Really? Is that what we're doing today? Alright, so Wisdom saving throw. Succeeds. And Chrono looks like he literally is about to die. With that, he is going to... Let's see, what's the speed here? Walking. So that's 20, 40. He's going to use his bonus action of dash to get the hell out of there. And then with his action, he is going to drink a big old potion that he has, a potion of greater healing, to heal for 8, 12, 16, 20 health. So you see him kind of just like skitter off. And
Chrono was doing that bad.
Oh, Chrono was at 1. So he runs to do
cleric.
that.
Okay.
And he's just sitting where he is. So that's his turn. Aang, it is your turn.
Aang's gonna continue with the beating.
Okay. And you're hitting the guy next to you?
Yeah,
Doesn't hit.
I figured as much.
That also doesn't hit. And also, I need you to roll me a con save. Or wisdom save, sorry. Nice. Well, you're only going to take half of whatever this is. So you take 4 damage. Because, of course, you get the best shitty roll, and Chrono does not.
Well,
Alright, so you did your 2 attacks.
Yeah, he's just gonna growl at the guy then, because he can't do much else.
Okay. You growl at him, and he just kind of looks befuddled of why a weird-looking thing is growling at him. And as such, our next fellow over here, he's actually gonna kind of move to the side of you and try and give you a stab. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So he is gonna roll to just kind of give you a smackaroonies.
How is he not subject to the glow, the bad vibes?
It's almost like maybe it's a spell where allies aren't affected.
That's whack.
So you take 10 damage, Aang, and that's going to be his turn. Endra, it's you. It's you! And you're actually, I'm going to say because of how sneaky you are and small you are, that you're in the very, very corner of the room where her aura is not touching.
Okay. But if I were to try to dash through, like, definitely for sure, I would be in it, right? Like, if I wanted to.
If you move, you will be in it.
Ugh. Okay. How high are the ceilings in this room?
25 feet.
Interesting.
The aura is literally encompassing also 15 feet up.
Yep, I understand. I need to read my feet. I don't remember the details.
This fight's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would.
Conveniently, climbing doesn't cost me extra movement because I'm an athlete.
Indeed.
So
Are you going to try and climb up and jump across the aura?
No.
Well, I don't know what you're doing that's going to be different than just hitting, but go for it. Tell me.
I think that what I want to do is use my climbing kit to get me up the wall, to the very, very top, like 3 feet below the ceiling, and then I will engage the immovable rod and perch upon it. So that puts me like 22 feet high.
Sure.
Great. That's where I am. I'm up there, 22 feet high.
Good job.
Thanks. And using my climbing kit probably counts as using an object, right?
I'll count it as an interaction.
Sick. Okay. Then I'm going to use. I'm gonna use my 2-weapon fighting
Okay.
to throw 2 daggers at Worm Lady.
All right. We'll give your first one sneak attack. Hits. Second one also hits, so 28 damage. She does not look so great.
Endra is satisfied and remains atop her perch and her turn.
Nice. And so it is now said Worm Lady's turn, and she turns over to Aurora, and she just points a finger and yells, "Burn!" and does a good old smackadoodle there. Ooh, max damage. And roll dex save for me, Aurora.
Okay. I'm also gonna say, be careful who you're pointing fingers at, because you have 3 fingers pointing right back at you. As I just get hit with this guiding bolt.
Unfortunately,
Or sacred flame.
you did not have quite enough to get what you needed, so you take the full 17 damage. But it's also your turn.
Yeah. Hold on 1 minute.
I am holding for 1 minute.
That's okay. Sorry, my dad just came in asking about the internet connection. Okay. Sorry. So I'm going to attack her again with the 9 lives stealer.
Okay. Go for it. It hits, and as...
Just waiting for that crit.
Well, you didn't crit her, but it was enough to deal a fatal blow. Tell me how it happens.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go for the good old decapitation. So,
Okay.
'cause I'm pretty sure the worm is kind of demolished. So,
Yeah.
we've just kind of been hacking at her back. So I assume, yeah, it's probably just a
Okay.
nice slice.
As you take the lovely sword of doom and death here, and the 9 life stealer longsword just kind of cuts along her head, as you see it kind of plop off, the energy wave that was around her dissipates, and you see this knight just fall to his knees and sort of shrivel. It seems that you have destroyed the entirety of these folks here, and as such, what do you do?
I'm just gonna come down from her perch, but as she does, she's gonna lower herself and leave me with the rod. So she's an athlete now. She's gonna do a couple pull-ups before disengaging it.
Okay. Inspiration for Endra. What
Ian's
else?
gonna just kind of just kick the head with it real quick and make sure it's not blinking or anything.
It goes scattering across the room. No eyeball movement at all.
It was like not like a soccer kick, just like a nudge with the toe.
No, I mean, you're strong.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the
But you can
bodies. And see if
I'm just
anything
gonna go. You
else
can come
is
back
like-
in now.
Oh yeah. Does anyone need healing?
Endra could use some, but Chrono, I don't
Chrono
think-
walks in and just raises his hand. Me.
Okay, I'm gonna heal Chrono then.
Hit me with your healing. Do, 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 do.
Un momento. Let me just calculate this.
It is a number.
I'm gonna regain some key points
And how are you going to do that?
with that lovely belt that I have for some reason.
Oh, nice.
So I have all my key back.
Good
I'm
job.
gonna use all that key. I'm gonna use all that key to heal.
Okay. You do have a cleric, so.
Yeah, I don't want to waste all her stuff if I can do it.
Or what are you using? Cure wounds?
Yeah, cure wounds is 28 good.
Sure.
Okay.
Chrono is thankful for the healing.
I kind of got excited with my spells, and now I'm running out of slots.
That's why I'm gonna try to not
heal
use all our
potions,
slots.
yeah.
And you see him drink another one of his potions. He looks a lot healthier now. Okay. What else do y'all do?
So I read. So one. I
search the
regained
box.
4.
And Endra investigates Worm Lady.
All right, roll investigation. Does anyone want to help her?
I will help as well.
Okay, roll investigation.
You gained 17.
Chrono's also going to try and investigate Worm Lady.
Oh, now I get a nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
All right, as you kind of sift through the Worm Lady and such, you find a key. That's it, though. Just a key.
Well, that seems important, though.
Yeah, does
y'all
anyone
want to
else have
quickly
anything
search
good?
the other people?
Yeah, just rifle through their pockets.
Go ahead. Oh, well, yeah, sure. As you go
Let's
through
roll
it,
again? Oh, okay.
you don't really find a whole lot. It seems that they were kind of clad only for battle. You are able to find 2 great swords and 2 chains, just metal chains, and then 2 knives.
No one else wants the chains. Endra claims them. Obviously.
Oh, because you're an athlete now?
Yeah, to weigh me, like for extra weight for my pull-ups, and also to go with my 2 sets of manacles.
Okay. So you all find what you find. That's all there really is. And there you go. So who has the key? Who grabbed it?
Aurora, you want it?
Maybe? Yeah, I'll take it. I don't think I've had a key yet.
Chrono makes the astute observation in his good old rogue ability that looks like it would probably work for that big door that we couldn't get open.
Oh! That is very convenient.
Wasn't there another door we didn't go through? Is there any doors in this room?
There was.
There
I don't know if we tried
is a door right here.
Huh. I'm just going to knock on the door.
You knock on the door, you don't hear any response.
I'm going to open the door then.
You see what you see.
Guys, there's a hallway.
There wants to be sneaky.
Hallway?
We're approaching the hallway. But my D&D Beyond is giving me a spinning wheel.
You're stealthed.
Yay.
After you.
Try to be stealth as well. Did we establish that I do not have to have disadvantage for stealth?
You do not have
Doesn't
that big of
matter.
an advantage, but my
Yeah,
god, those were bad
okay.
rolls.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'll just pick up the rear then.
Okay. Chrono kind of walks up to here, and these doors having a small little pane, almost like prison bars, looks outside, and what he describes to you all is that there are hundreds of soldiers out there. We probably shouldn't go outside.
So, oh yeah, you're right.
I'm more of a city girl anyway.
Zane's just going to huck one of his darts at the crowd.
Okay, Endra's gonna
Wait,
start.
are they fighting or
Are
are they
you?
standing there?
No, it's like
Wait,
an
no, wait.
entire platoon.
Oh, wait, is it standing
Let's
there?
not do that.
I thought it was like commotion, like fighting.
It's people. It's like a mini army out there, like 4 different platoons lined up. They look like they're ready to go to battle.
Never mind then. How far away are they?
They encompass pretty much the entirety of this exterior.
But we're like on the, like how far down are they?
They're literally right outside the door, which is not down at all. It's like
Oh, never mind then. I thought this was like a courtyard, like way below.
I'm very confused. Is he looking through a window or through a door? Or through a door that has a window?
a little tiny thing in there. I'm describing it because I'm not going to open the door.
Huh.
Either way, Chrono kicks this door open and walks through.
What? Why?
Which
Uh,
door?
Maybe we should chain this door shut.
I'm so confused. Which door is the army through?
This one, the only giant door.
Well, which one did
Endra.
Chrono kick through then?
The one that you can see he walked through.
Where is he?
Okay.
Ahead of us.
Endra
Can you
reluctant.
not-
Oh, I wasn't zoomed out
magically
enough.
see?
Okay.
Okay, real quick. Can we take like a little 5-minute break real quick? I need to make a phone call.
Sure. Cool.
Thank you. We'll be back in 5 minutes, folks.
Was this like a timed phone call, or was it just
Housing.
random all of a sudden? Oh.
So let me re-enable all of our lovely little pictures. Okay. With that, so door's been kicked. We're here. We're there. Everyone is not in the room yet, but there you go. So what's the dealio? What's happening?
I think
Well,
we
I
were
guess
gonna
we have to
chain.
try the key. Oh.
I thought we were gonna chain that door up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her angry suggestion, and reluctantly gives up one of her lengths of chain. And I have a lock, but I only have one. So if anyone else has a lock,
The chain
That would
is
be-
more than sufficient enough to hold whatever the door's mechanisms are, and you successfully tie that chain. The door seems to be sturdily locked.
okay, great.
Moseying on.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna very carefully. Well, if everyone's ready to open this door,
I don't think Endra's here. Chrono
Oh,
says.
okay. I'll wait till.
Adjusting my inventory. Okay. Endra's ready as she'll ever be.
Okay.
Alrighty, I'm gonna open this door with this key.
All right. Door is unlocked. You gonna push it open?
All right. Nope. Do any of you more stealthier folk and smaller want to take a peek?
Endra can.
Sure.
I peek.
You are able to see inside the room. There's someone in there, and it seems like there's two large creatures, but you can't make out who or what.
Okay, I am not meant to be able to see, right?
Nope.
Endra. Okay, good. I report that to the squad.
The squad
And
has
ask
been
how they
reported.
You want me to hit him?
Chrono nods affirmingly towards Aang.
So does
Okay.
that. He deserves the
I'm gonna be like, okay, so you guys open the doors, like on a count of 3. I'm gonna go sprinting in like as fast as I can and just hitting stuff.
And
Yeah,
just get-
sounds good.
Maybe Aurora also take advantage of this opportunity to charge. Can I see how big the room is?
You can tell that it looks maybe about half the size of the room you all came from, where the battle was.
I don't know how long that room was. Okay, anyway.
Okay. Roar's down for a charge.
Endra's just
Yeah.
thinking that if we're gonna send the bigger folk in to do some swinging and kicking and hitting first, may as well send both.
Okay.
And you said there's only 2? Like you're sure there's only 2 people?
There's,
Are we?
I don't wait.
You heard what you heard. There's 2 creatures and a person. Are we opening the door?
2 creatures and. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
And
Okay.
stand over to the side here, and maybe she and Chrono can pull the doors apart. Is this a double door situation? French door
Mhm.
situation?
They open outward,
Okay. Outward, away from.
away from the room towards where you all are.
Okay,
Alright.
great.
On
So we-
3?
Inward
Okay.
for you,
Yep.
outward for the room.
Okay.
I have my 9 live stealer longsword just ready to charge.
Okay.
Swinging a nunchuck.
Okay.
Are we
Just kind
opening
of
the
yell a
door?
battle cry. Yes.
Yeah, on 3. Like,
Enter in like makes eye contact with Chrono, and we on 3 we pull the doors open.
All right. You pull the doors open, and immediately all of you are pulled into the room, and the door slams behind you.
What?
And you see this individual standing at the throne. You recognize her. It appears to be Nora.
No.
And she looks at all 4 of you and just kind of remarks, "You foolish, 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 foolish creatures. You will not stop me. I cannot be stopped. The Duke is already dead. And I will be all powerful." Roll initiative. That's a big bitch.
Endra is disappointed because, as you may recall, she was before this dramatic turn of events and betrayal, she was excited about the prospect of having some kind of connection to a hot widow.
Well, thankfully, Aang and Chrono rolled really high. Not so thankfully, Endra and Aurora did not.
Yeah, Aurora's just a bit slow today.
Okay, so Endra.
She's also bummed she wasn't able to charge. I think I've
One.
only been able to charge once.
Well, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
So 10 and 8. G1, G2. Okay.
So,
everyone,
do we know what those like
those look like gargoyles to you.
two things in the middle are?
They look like
Oh,
gargoyles
okay.
to you. Everyone roll a wisdom save.
gargoyle.
I just love that I can hear like the thing over on Liv's side, and it sounds so much worse in my from what I hear, and then I hear like this weird little whistle.
I turned it up because I couldn't hear it at all.
All right.
But
Unfortunately, none of you made the necessary save, and as such, whatever your hit
What the hell's
points
this
are,
save at?
Yeah, even Aang?
it's a 25.
What?
So I wasn't gonna make it in the first place.
Well, no, I mean someone could have.
Who
Aurora
has
could have.
wisdom.
Aurora has +8. All right. So whatever your health points are at, they're now at 1. So as
Okay.
Nora points her fingers towards all of you, she mutters some incantation, and you see each of these pillars light up around you, and a beam of energy just goes searing right through you, and you all drop to your knees. Aang, it's your turn.
I'm gonna rage,
You rage.
and I'm raging. So let's just. Okay,
You're raging like
one
a Cajun.
second. Yeah, no, I'm trying to scroll and nothing's happening. Sorry, 1 second.
Why you don't let me scroll?
Okay. I'm raging.
You are in
Now
fact
I'm gonna
raging.
I'm picking a route. I'm gonna run to here, and then I'm gonna run to here, and I'm just gonna try to tackle her, and restrain her.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
I do get advantage on this because it's a strength check.
Okay. So is she doing a strength save or is she doing athletics?
Well, whatever. It's like checks that have strength modifier. I get advantage in, so it'll be athletics still.
So she's rolling athletics.
Yeah.
Okay. She rolled a nat 20.
Oh
And you rolled a nat 1.
no, I get advantage, so it was a 17.
All right. Seems that she was able to dodge out of the way of the raging Cajun. Your fury just a little bit too much at this point. Blinded by the rage of being seared up by whatever the hell that beam was. And you're not able to tackle her.
Well, that's my turn then.
All right. Chrono looks bewildered and decides that he's going to just try and go and murder this gargoyle as hard as he can, because he does not like gargoyles. You don't know why, he just doesn't. So both of his rolls are successful, and I don't know why I custom rolled that, but I did. So I'll just roll for damage. Yeah, it's not what I rolled, so ha. That guy has 15 armor, so both of those would have hit. They would have done 14 and Brain can't do math. 11? 25 damage. You see the gargoyle's arm kind of shear off, and it gives a weird growl type of noise, and dissipates. Seemingly, fire does well against stone.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, Endra, it's your turn.
In typical Endra fashion. How tall? How high are these ceilings?
Probably about 20 feet high.
Okay, and these are like pillars here.
Yes.
Seems kind of dramatic to put pillars in only a 20. Okay, whatever. Endra's too busy to criticize the architectural choices that were made.
That's fair.
Castle. But she doesn't have any idea if there's like a limited range or whatever on the mysterious forces that are keeping her on her knees, but she's gonna try to evade the range.
Okay.
By climbing. Once again, if she's an athlete.
She's a star.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
She's gonna be she have full movement speed climbing, and she's gonna climb the pillar that she's right next to, and
Okay, you climb it.
Yep, I'm at the top. I do the exact same thing I did in the other room, but I had the added benefit of a pillar to support me.
Okay.
Great. And then I'm going to use 2-weapon fighting to hurl 2 daggers at. Actually, I'm not gonna do that.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna use 2-weapon fighting to hurl 2 daggers at Eleonora. Is that her name?
Nora?
What's her name?
Nora?
Okay, good.
Misses. And misses.
Endra's embarrassed but not surprised. She ends her turn.
Aurora, it's your turn.
Okay, and just to be clear, all of our health is at 1. Right now.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to just send a guiding bolt at Nora. Aim for her chest. Oh ho ho!
Okay.
Hell yeah. It's not 20.
And does this one have a save in it? It doesn't?
No.
Nope. Not
Okay.
just takes the damage.
As the bolt comes through and hits her, she just kind of slashes it away, and she
What?
yells, "Enough!" And suddenly she teleports, and you're all ricocheted across the room. And she points her fingers at you again, the pillars coming alight, and they strike you. Right as the light is coming in from the pillars, you're suddenly enveloped in a very bright white light, blinding, and suddenly there is no sound, there is no sense of vision or anything. You're not in the room anymore. You're just in an encompassed white light. It seems familiar.
Okay.
So, suddenly the light dims, and you find yourself in complete darkness. The world around you is just an inky blackness of a way. The air feels cold against your body, and you can feel the cool kiss of a cold mist on your cheeks, just around your face. You all start looking around frantically, but you can't see anything. It's pitch black. But you notice in the distance a soft, almost imperceptible glow, way off, small little white orb. It's so faint and so distant that you have trouble making it out. As it begins to slowly grow brighter, though, it illuminates the landscape around you. You're again bathed in white light. As far as your eyes see, the shadows of dead, broken trees are scattered across this barren landscape. Far in the distance, you see rolling hills, devoid of life, flanked by giant towering mountains looming dark and ominous over you. The light continues to brighten, and as it does, it completely envelops you again, and you realize that it's not actually getting brighter, but closer. Soon it is so close that you feel the urge to shield your eyes. You want to turn away, but you can't seem to move. The light itself seems to fill you, to suffuse you. As you gaze into the unrestrained brightness, you can just make out 3 figures. And suddenly, the light comes to rest before you, and a booming voice rings out like a peal of thunder to your ears. "This is not your time to die. Rise, mortals." So you can stand. The booming voice continues. "We have watched your progress with great interest. The powers of darkness have stood against you for a long time, but you have proven yourselves more than equal to the challenge. Know that this darkness does not seek only to destroy you. Rather, it seeks to enslave this entire land. Sudnal is only the beginning. He looks directly at Aurora as he says this. If left unchecked, they will roll over the entire land and bring the ruin to your plane of existence. We have chosen you, adventurers, to come back and see why it is imperative that you stop her. You will act as our emissaries on this plane in confronting her darkness, and it will not be simple, but you are among the few who stand a chance against her. We, kind of holds his hand out to the other two figures, are unable to interfere directly in this conflict, but we can send you as our proxies with our blessing. So what say you, mortals? Do you accept this destiny? Will you stand firm and stop this evil? Or will you let all that you know fall into ruin?
Aang's gonna raise his hand.
Yes, Aang.
Is this the 5th or 4th time I've died?
You have died 13 times.
Oh wow, I was way off.
If we refuse,
Feels like
do we
I'm-
just stay dead? Oh, sorry.
Feels like I'm different than the rest of them. What's going on with my whole situation here?
You were meant to help guide them through, but it seems with the sheer amount of times you have passed, your memory has lessened.
What do I get out of all this besides repeated agony and death?
Rest.
So death.
Have I been here? Have you had this conversation with me before?
Yes, Aang. Many times.
What do I usually do?
Usually throw a temper tantrum and say that you're going to go drink and punch things.
Getting real tired of dying.
We can end this suffering for you and send you on to the next life if you would prefer.
Like now?
Sure.
Aang's weighing this option in his head.
But if your compatriots would accept this mission, this final part, then perhaps you could aid them further, for there is still a battle to be fought.
I think we still need you, Aang, if you're willing to
Yeah,
live for a 14th time.
Endra's gonna remark that as down as she would be to be enslaved by a mysterious, all-powerful woman, she doesn't really think it's fair to subject our entire plane of existence to that.
Yeah, but who are you people? Who are you?
I am Eldith, the god of goodness and peace, and he points to his side to what looks to be a male figure. This is Tyr, the god of justice, and then he points to his left to a female figure, and this is Lyra, the goddess of joy.
Whose idea was it to kill me 13 times?
That would be Tyr.
Hey, Tyr. I'm coming for you.
Tyr gives a chuckle.
And you all can't stop Eleonora? Why do you need us measly mortals who
as
just
we
keep
said,
dying?
we cannot interfere directly in this conflict, but with you as our proxies, as those who came before you, we can give you our blessing.
Endra rolls her eyes and says, "Gods always have a shitload of excuses."
Yeah.
You are in the
Like
astral
killing me
plane.
13 times.
What did you say?
You are in the astral plane currently. It is not the plane of reality of which you know. And we are not able to cross, as this force is not supposed to be able to, but is forcing. And it is tearing the planes of existence apart. If we were to cross, you would all be engulfed into darkness and dead. Everyone. Not just Sudnal.
All of my sailors?
Everyone.
Okay, Endra says, "Twist my arm."
Bring me back. I'm going to kick her ass. And then I'm going to kick your ass.
tears just kind of like he does not seem frightened at all. It's almost like he's probably heard this before from you.
Yeah, I think we have some unfinished business with this Eleonora.
Endra's ready to rock and roll. She still hasn't found the perfect tomato sandwich and never will if our whole plane of existence is engulfed in darkness. So.
Okay. So all of you accept this task and our blessing?
Aang is glaring, but he nods.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
accept your
anything
blessing.
to, like, give us that would make this a little easier. Like your gods, I feel like you could at least procure
Well,
a weapon or.
we will bring you back to life, for
Oh, okay.
you were just
Pretty good.
destroyed, and with our blessing comes many fruits of labor. You will have strength when you're back.
Endra thinks this is kind of a raw deal because it seems like
Yeah.
you sent us here to die in the first place, and now they're like, we're doing you a favor by bringing you back, but
Some of multiple times.
we agreed to this shit, so.
Bring me back. I'm not accepting your blessing.
As you wish, Aang. The rest of you?
Yeah, we'll go.
I'm ready. Endra said she's ready like a bunch of times. Do it.
Then it
Get
shall
it.
be. You will need to go to the roof of the castle that you are currently in, for the ritual has already begun, and if it is to be completed, she will be able to enter. And with that, you see...
Aang's gonna point at them before he leaves, like, not your pawn.
With that, you see Eldest, kind of, again, bright figure, you really can't make out a face, snaps his fingers, and near immediately, you all suddenly are transported to the throne room again. But this time, Nora is absent. She is not in there at all. And the gargoyle is gone. You can see the door has been roughly destroyed. Are you all able to see, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you come anew, you feel stronger. You feel healed. Almost as if you've gained a level of experience. So feel free to do that as you wish, but at a minimum, any spell slots, any health missing, any key points, any expenditures are replenished in this moment. So, with that, you're not going to need to level up right now because there's not going to be anything hard enough for you to get smacked around by that you need it. But you all also feel inspired. So if you already have inspiration, you've gained another. Just keep count. Except for Aang. Aang does not feel inspired. For he refused the blessing. And that's okay.
I don't want your damn blessing.
Endra feels relieved because it seems like you can be like really directly disrespectful to the gods as long as you don't refuse the blessing. You're kind of good to go.
He's doing his thing. So with that, you all find yourself awakened right in the throne room. The castle in poor shape. The throne room is cast in this darkness. Torches have fallen. It's not as well lit as it was. The throne itself is split down the center, and several columns have cracked, and the door is barred with some of the falling ceiling girders. Sorry. You can kind of see through the door before it's open, but again, these large logs in the way that the ceiling in the reception room had been partially caved, really only leaving one path of egress, which is back down through the dungeon areas. What do you all do?
Does anyone have a clever idea to move this pile or destroy it? It's in our way. Maybe someone who can like shoot lightning out of their hands.
Chrono's going
Aang's
to
just
point at
gonna-
Aang and ask
Yeah,
him
I
to
feel
help
like
him
that would
lift.
just. Oh.
Aang's just
So we're
gonna
lift it.
lift things and throw it out the way.
Chrono's having a little bit of trouble, so he's still kind of like, he's trying to lift it looking at Aang for help.
1 second.
Rory's gonna try to come in there.
As Aang comes in, they're able to get the first log off, and continuing, Aurora comes in with the second log. Everyone can re-roll strength on that. Oh shit! Aurora actually just kind of hoof kicks it, and it splinters in half. The entrance no longer barred. You're able to make your way into the reception room.
Enters. Then
All around you, you can hear fire crashing. You're not sure how long you were gone, but the castle is in utter disrepair and chaos. Both exits here have been completely caved in by whatever fell from the above floor. And Endra, you are stealthy. So there's really only one way of egress, and that's through here. Aurora, you are also stealthy, as you clinkety clankety clank.
Aang's just walking with a glare on his face, not saying a word.
I guess we have to go up.
wait.
He's just gonna march upstairs.
Aang is just sick of this shit.
Oddly enough, the stairs are going up. It seems that there's been some interesting changes to the castle somehow.
Oh.
So if everyone would stop moving. You bastards.
I want to go up.
I'm sure you do. And as you go up, you find yourselves in this room. Are you guys able to see? Should be able to. Yes, no, maybe
Yep.
so? Okay. So as you enter this room, again, you notice that there is a large section that's been caved in over there that's blocking whatever that pathway is. But you notice that there's a few doors here, here, and here. Looks like a statue's been knocked over. And that there's a hallway that walks up that way.
Aang's just marching through.
Okay, so we're not checking any of the
let's
bedrooms.
follow Aang.
Just check.
So this
I'm
whole
frantically
floor,
looking for a way to the roof.
yeah, this whole floor is filled with a light haze of smoke. Again, that main hall roof has collapsed. Several fires. You can kind of smell the burning wood and all these other things. Everything's sparsely lit, and are any of you looking? Well, as you look in those, you recognize them. They look like they're probably guest quarters or perhaps some workers. They're clean. Definitely haven't been used anytime in the recent past.
Endra's just gonna follow Aang down that hallway. Seems like the god said it was pretty urgent, so
Okay.
he already has a bag full of silverware. So.
So as you walk in, you're able to see a few different individuals in this room. They seem to be prepared for you, and as they come in, this gentleman says, "No,
I'm gonna give him a.
Go ahead."
If you don't want to die, stand down now.
He
I
chuckles.
died
and
13
says,
times.
"Noah said you
14's
would be
nothing.
coming. Now it's time to get pummeled."
Everyone
Everyone.
laugh out loud. She thinks.
Yeah, you can laugh all you want. Roll initiative.
Can I try to intimidate or not?
He's unintimidated. He has fucking blades
Okay.
coming out of me. You think he's scared of people?
What about these ones? They're bladeless.
They got their big man in front of them. They're not too worried. Okay, so let's see. Just gonna run the encounter here and let's see what we got. So Aang, you rolled a 8. Aurora, you rolled a 15. Endra, you rolled an 11. And Chrono rolled a 17. Yep. God damn it, come on. Auto roll initiative. Start. Alright, with that, our big guy is up first. Oh my god, I didn't realize how fucking thick he was. He walks right up to Aang, and he just straight up decides he's gonna beat the shit out of him. So he's gonna try and hit you with the scimitar. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Angrily, he attempts to hit you once more. 26.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll take a total of 6 damage plus 6 more poison damage, so a total of 12. And that will be his attack. With that, Chrono is up next, and since evidently, well, we'll say that he was there with you following, he's going to move up to the side here, and he's going to throw 2 daggers at Big Boy. Just trying to hit him since he saw one of the only people he recognizes get slashed with some poison. So let's see if his first one hits here. 21, that is a hit, and then a bonus action. He's going to throw his second one for a total of 28 damage. So both daggers just sink into him, and you see him go, just grabbing his head, almost like an ice cream headache. And with that, our first individual, other than him, is just going to kind of move up to here, and he is going to draw his heavy crossbow, and he's going to levy it right at Chrono. Unfortunately, not hitting, and he's just going to grumble about how, this is bullshit. Aurora, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay. Right in the middle there to hit everybody.
Ooh, yes. So
Okay.
right here, I believe should hit everybody.
All right. Shatter. Hit them with your best
Okay.
shot.
Just going level 3.
All right, and DC
What?
of 16, you said?
Oh. Yes. Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Okay. Let me see what we got here. And it's a con save.
That's 60.
So
Yep.
17 on that one. Nat 20 on that one. That one 19. Okay. So as they go through, you're able to shatter complete damage onto both the Acolytes and Big Boy, but the Knights seem to be a little bit well armored, so they only take half. So Captain Man, Mr. Daggers, takes that 17. These guys only take 9. And the Acolytes take full damage as well. Okay. Alright. With that, anything else that you're doing?
Nope. That'll be all.
Okay. Endra, it's your turn.
How high are the ceilings?
These ones, not particularly high, maybe 15 feet tops.
Okay. Nonetheless, Endra is still gonna do her usual acrobatics routine. Get on up there.
Okay.
Is this a bookshelf?
It is about 10 feet tall.
Okay. She wants to be higher up than that. She does the broad perch.
I mean, if you were standing on it, you would definitely be touching the ceiling. Just saying.
Yeah, like the tops of my horns would just barely brush it. Yeah. I could crouch. Ender's pretty much always crouching.
Indeed.
But she's gonna do the perch atop her rod as per usual.
Okay.
And then she's going to am I still stealth even though I just did climbed up into the air?
You are actually.
Okay. Then I am going to throw a dagger at Thickums here.
Okay. Dagger that Thickum. It hits, and you deal a total of 16 damage to him with that one, and you are no longer stealthy.
Okay. In case anyone is wondering, Thickums is spelled Thiccums, and at the moment she becomes unstealth, Endra yells, "Hey Thickums!"
All right. Anything
and
else?
then, yep, with her bonus action, she's gonna throw another.
Okay. It hits, and you deal another 7 damage to Thickums. He gives a groan of, ooh, and you can tell he's a little obese.
Okay. Endra ends her turn.
All right. With that, this first acolyte here, kind of mimicking what Endra's seeming to do. Aren't you up here?
What?
Didn't you jump up on the bookcase?
No, I'm on my rod.
Oh, okay. She attempts to get up on top of the fireplace using all of her movement, and she points. Why does this have scimitar? What the fuck? She points right over to Aang. Aang, make a charisma save. Ooh, not good. And with that, she is going to cast a good old fun spell of Shatter, almost mimicking exactly what Aurora had done. So that's going to be our 48. And now make a con save. Ooh, that's just unfortunate. Oh, wait, that's because I did the wrong thing. 4d8. There we go. So you only take 7 damage with that one. As such, she then points at Chrono and does the same thing. So he needs to make a charisma save to start. His passes, and then he needs to make a con save. Does not pass, but you can see her. And she rolls to hit him as well, similarly with the same type of spell. For a total of 11 damage. So he takes that bruntly and just goes, ooh. And as such, then our second acolyte moves forward and points right at Aurora, throwing again right back that same thing. So give me a wisdom save and then give me a con save. Alright, your wisdom save passes. Give me a con. And your con passes.
Ooh.
You bastards. The acolyte points at you twice. The first one doing only 8 damage. So she kind of like finger guns you. That's not the right roll. 4d8. There we go. So the first one does 8. The second one does 11. So you take a total of 19 damage.
Okay.
Aang, it's your turn. And you're right in front of Thickums.
Aang's gonna rage
Rage
without
rage.
saying a word or making a noise. He's gonna attack Thickums twice. Because he can do that now.
Both those hit. Wow, those are some solid rolls. Alright, so you do a total of 20 damage to Thickums. He's looking a little less thick. That grunt that you just heard, if you have Sirenscape on, was him.
I'm gonna use a key point.
Okay.
And I'm gonna punch him 2 more times.
Alright, roll to hit for your double punch. The first one hits, the second one does not. Alright, you hit him again, and he's not happy about the fact that he's just getting the shit beat out of him right now. He says that.
I'm gonna use disengage as an action I can use, and I'm gonna move to
Bitch, how many things can you do?
a lot right there.
You've attacked 4 times and you can still do a disengage?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll take your word for it. Alright. With that, our thug in the back here is going to kind of come here and he's going to levy a crossbow towards Chrono. Trying to hit him. And he rolls a 19, which definitely does hit. Chrono, being able to see it, only takes 5 damage with his uncanny dodge ability. And then we're back at the top of the round here. So, the Drow captain, he He runs forward. He's angry at you. He's gonna give you 2 good old smackaronis with his scimitar, or at least attempt to do so. Does a... Oh, yeah, well, first one's a crit. Second one is a 13.
Crit hits.
Alright, so that will... You're raging, so you only take half, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you'll take 14 damage instead of 28. And you'll also take 7 damage of poison. Roll a con save for me real quick. We'll see if you're able to burn it away instead.
Also, he should have had 4 more damage done to him. For some reason, it didn't add on.
He has 4 more damage done to him.
Yeah.
Your con save cuts it. You only take 3 damage from the poison. And with that, he... No, that's good. That's all he does. It's Chrono's turn. He's going to back up a little bit, and he's going to throw 2 daggers at Thickums, because he really wants to see Thickums go down. First one missing, unfortunately. He throws the second one, hoping that his aim is true. And his aim is true. Thickums takes a grand smacking total of a massive 5 damage. You notice a little bit of blood drip out of his ears. And then this gentleman's going to come forward, kind of leaping over the couch, and he's just going to try and give you a good old smack with his mace that he has.
Is that me?
Yep.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
And you only take half damage right now, right?
Yep.
Wow, a big fat 2. So he's going to try and hit you one more time, feeling that he was kind of weak there. I'm assuming a 20 hits.
Yep.
And a big fat damage of, guess it, 2.
2.
Evidently mace are just not really good weapons here. Aurora, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna hit him with Shatter again.
Alright, shatter him.
I'm going to do it right here.
Okay.
So it'll get the 4. It won't get Thickums though.
The what?
That's okay. No, it won't get Thickums, but it'll get the other 4.
Alright, all of them fail their rolls and will take 17 damage. So, 17,
Again.
17, and 17. Okay. The Shatter Blast just kind of echoes through and slashes through most of them. They all look a little worse for wear now. One of them yells that. What else do you do with your turn, or is that it?
That'll be it. Yeah.
Okay, Endra, from your perch, what do you do?
I want to preface what Endra's about to say by saying I would never criticize someone for their body. But
No.
Endra is a proud fat. And so she yells at Thickums, "Hey fatty, you look like you're used to being used for target practice," and hurls another 2 daggers at him.
Roll intimidation as well.
Nice.
Your first dagger hits. So does your second. And he is intimidated, so re-roll both with advantage. So just roll again for each one.
Do it. I clicked it.
It's thinking. Okay, so your first one still hits. And your second one still hits. You deal a total of 13 damage to him, and you actually get an additional 13 since Aang's within 5 feet, so 26. Thickums looks really sad that his weight has been pointed out. He's been trying to work out, but unfortunately you saw right through his disguise of all the blades in him.
Endra laughs cruelly and ends her turn.
Sadness. Alright, anything else for your turn? Alright. With that, this acolyte moves forward and she points directly at Chrono and ushers a guiding bolt. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit. She curses under her breath and just kind of crouches down. Again, it looks like she's mimicking a lot of what she's seen in terms of what Aurora and Endra have done. The next acolyte moves up, kind of to the side here in front of the fire, points at Aang, and let's see, does a 16 hit?
Nope.
The guiding bolt guides right past, missing. She curses as well, and again mimicking what she sees, and kind of crouches down. Aang, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna attack Thickums.
Oh no, not Thickums. Alright. Attack the Thick. It hits. Alright, you do a solid 8 damage to him. Don't you get like a D4 or
Should
something?
be 10 damage.
Okay.
It's just added +2 to melee.
Alright, you do 10 damage to
Oh.
Thickums, and he lets out a...
I'm gonna attack Thickums again.
It hits.
It's another 10.
Thickums looked really sad, and he's breathing very hard. You're not sure if it's just his obesity or if he's actually near death.
I'm gonna
Keeps getting fatter.
try to hit him.
That one doesn't hit.
That's my turn then.
Alright. With that being Aang's turn, this individual moves forward to try and slash at Aang. Instead of using a mace, he's going to use his good old long sword. I'm assuming a 22 hits.
Yep.
Okay. And are you still taking half damage?
Yep.
Alright, you will take a whopping 7 damage. He's going to try and hit you again with his second attack. Gonna assume a 21 also hits.
Yep.
And you will take a grand total of 3 damage from that one. Real good rolls here. We roll high in the sky. Alright. Thickums moves forward, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna point his crossbow right up towards Endra, trying to hit her. But he's gonna roll with disadvantage, which is not gonna help him because he rolled a critical failure. So as he's like trying to point his hand crossbow up, so don't call me fat, and it actually backfires and it punctures into his neck. He falls to the ground and dies. Just a gurgling Thickums as he falls.
Endra's gonna shout as that happens, hoping it's the last words he ever processes. What's the matter, fatty? You can't take a joke.
Evidently, he could not. And as such, Chrono is going to just pull his rapier out, mutter those little magical words, and he's going to stab up at this person who is kind of just crouching for some odd reason. And it hits, and she takes a total of 12 damage on that first one. And he's going to, or actually, she takes 23. She expires. She just incinerates. Evidently, that was not the place to be, and she done gone fucked up Aaron style. So she did. Yay for flames. And then he's gonna transition himself and go to attack the other one with his blade as well to see if maybe he can get lucky. Ooh, I don't know if that actually hits. It does not, so he's unable to miss it as he kind of goes around that corner there and just falls short of being able to singe the ever-living crap out of her. This guy, being in front of Aang again, he tries to hit him with his mace, thinking that maybe this will work out for him. Does a 15 hit Aang?
No.
Alright, he tries to double down. 22, I'm assuming, does hit.
Yep.
And he does 6, so 3 because you're just a tank. Aurora, it
That
is
I
your
am.
turn.
Alright. I'm gonna wield my 9 Lifestealer longsword with both my hands and then charge for this guy next to Aang and
Okay.
attack him.
Roll to hit.
Going for a nice like shoulder cut.
Nice. Roll with advantage, by the way.
Try to do that. Okay.
Not any better. Unfortunately, he's able to duck with the loud cloppity cloops of your hoofs. Nah, that rhymes.
Okay. I feel like I did this whole thing in like slow motion probably. I don't think Aurora was very swift. Probably saw it coming.
Could have. Any other actions?
That's my turn. No,
Okay.
that's it.
Endra, from your perch of fat shaming, what do you do?
Perch of fashion. Use another really good. Endra's going to hurl a dagger at the remaining acolyte.
Okay. Roll to hit. 2x2. It hits, dealing a total of 19 damage. The acolyte looks like she is having a hard time breathing as the dagger punctures into her lung.
Endra's running out of witty insults. She just yells, "Ha, loser!"
It looks pained as it looks back up at you. Again, the dagger just kind of right in the chest.
Okay. She's going to use her bonus action for 2-weapon fighting to hurl another.
Okay. Hits and does just enough to send her into the Astral Plane herself. It kind of just pings right into the same area as that first dagger, and you see very frothy blood come up through that wound as she falls to the ground. She dead.
Alright, Endra, her turn ends.
Okay, Aang, it's your turn.
Still beaten.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
Which one are you trying to hit? One in front, one in back?
One to my left.
Alright, it is able to hit.
I'll roll that with advantage. Whatever.
Okay, both of those hit.
I was just trying to roll one. Does that, is he still alive?
Oh yeah, no, you have advantage. So the 21 hits, 9 damage. As you bring the nunchuck down onto him, his head just kind of caves in with it, and you see it doesn't split. You literally just cave the bone structure that's underneath. Evidently, he had a thick head, but not thick enough. He expires.
Definitely not. Well, I'm gonna wheel around and smack the guy next to him.
All right, that also hits, dealing 11 damage. Similarly, you've been practicing head cave-ins. You cave in his head as well. With all of them dead and down, you all feel very accomplished in your ability to just fat shame people. And you are able to move forward in this area. And you can raid the corpses if you would so like to do.
Okay, Endra mounts and begins corpse raiding.
I'm just gonna look for potions if they have any.
Okay. As you kind of, well, everyone roll investigation. Let's see what you find. If everyone's helping. Alright, each of you are able to find one greater health potion.
I'm gonna down that immediately.
Okay. So you heal 20. Chrono's gonna kind of start moving over towards the area, and he's gonna note, hey, there's some more flames over here, as he kind of points to his side.
I'm gonna look at Endra like, hey, you need that?
Whoops, that was an accident. You can have it. I was trying to add it and I messed up, so you can definitely have it because I don't want
I'm
All right.
more.
gonna down that one too.
All right, so you've healed for a total of 40.
Need any extra healing?
I'm good for now,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Is everybody else good?
Yeah, seems to be.
Chrono? Okay, cool.
Chrono yells, you can hear him kind of over where the flame is. There's an exit!
I'm still marching with like a purpose.
I'm gonna get that god. I'm gonna show him what the business is. And you see Chrono slide into this next area.
Or wants to re-stealth.
And everyone kind of just... Alright, you re-stealth. Everyone kind of just slides in here, because it's a very narrow way. So here you are.
Okay, we're still trying to go upstairs, right?
Up we
Yes.
go.
Alright,
Can I
immediate...
just peep into? Oh.
No, go ahead, if you want to peep.
No, I just want to peep into the doors just to see what the doors are.
Okay.
To our left, I assume those are doors.
Just looks more like more guest rooms. One looks like a study. Nothing in particular that seems to be too crazy or anything like that. Doesn't seem well used.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go up with the rest.
Okay.
Everybody then.
So let me... Damn it, Aang.
No. Whoops.
Alright. Let me grab y'all. Yeah, oh god. I can't even see the map. I zoomed out too much. Alright, are you all able to see here?
Yeah.
Okay. As you get into here, it is extraordinarily thick smoke. You can barely see anything, and it is very hard to breathe. And you notice that the hallway up this way, similar to downstairs, is collapsed. Definitely not a way to get through to there. But you see that maybe there's some pathways over to the left where you see a door that has been just kind of kicked open.
Let's go that way.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. So Chrono's gonna move with. Alright, as you kind of enter into this area, and Aurora comes with as well, you notice that this looks like a very nice kind of, almost like a living room, opulent in fact, and as Endra and Aang kind of go up, they see what looks to be likely the Duke's bedchambers, and Chrono is able to see the Duchess's bedchambers. Odd that they sleep in different rooms and then have their own little hotel doorway in between them, but they do. And again, it doesn't look like anyone slept here recently, but it's hard to again see with all that smoke here.
Endra notes that these design choices are much better than the pillars in the only 20-foot high room. Just really admiring the foliage and that little fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's much.
Okay, there's a nice bear rug in this
She moves on.
this bedroom.
Okay. And it looks like Endra's found an open door.
Oh, are we?
So as you enter into this area, it's very dark, but the smoke seems to be a little bit thinner. And since Endra kind of... Nope, you cannot go down. That is lower.
Okay.
Where we were before.
No, you're where you are, Aurora. Stop moving.
Oh,
And as you all are there, you hear a hellish laugh. It just seems weird. And from the smoke down here below, you see a bunch of creatures kind of appear flying, and they look like this.
of course they do.
And on
Okay.
top of that, you hear a maniacal laugh, like imagine the Joker, like a and you see this guy pop out, just a disembodied flaming head, and his friend, second disembodied flaming head.
Endra stifles that laugh because she's still speaking.
Now, just because in terms of the time, I'm gonna call it here for this one. You made it to right where you needed to be, and you will start the next session here, right into battle with what look to be some devil spawns and some disembodied floating flaming heads. So our adventurers have come back from the brink of death. They've spoken to
Again.
the three gods, some more than once, some 13. And they've made their way cascading thickums, easily defeating the acolytes, thugs, and well, I guess we'll call him Sir Thickums, the obese warrior who got made fun of in elementary school and then re-experienced that due to Endra. As they came through, they were able to explore a little bit of the Duchess's and Duke's quarters, or at least what they assumed to be them. And as they come into this kind of large library, the smoke has thinned, but you can still tell it's clearly on fire. But as they were advancing, these weird hell spawns came about. So in our next episode, we'll start right here. But if you've stayed and watched, thank you. If you're going to watch it on YouTube, thank you as well. Music brought to you by Sirenscape. The loveliness of not having technical errors today brought to you by Roll20 and D&D Beyond. And somehow Zoom decided to work. So thank you for joining us on our adventures, and make sure you join us next time, because it will be the conclusion of this fun tale back into the past. I am Jordan. That is Liv, Endra, Jesse, Aurora, and Aang, Hunter, and also known as He Who Lives. We'll catch you on the next time. Stay safe, adventurers. Roll 20.